Have you ever went to the mall or any store and all of a sudden you see people crowding by this really cute window and saying, "Oh, look at how cute that puppy is," and then you find yourself saying the exact same thing? Do you really know where that puppy came from or what the parents look like? Most puppy retail stores get their dogs from an organization called a puppy mill, which a puppy mill is a factory that produces thousands and thousands of puppies each year, and which causes, and in puppy mills they will breed dogs multiple times a year. They cause large health problems and they have harsh living conditions. The female dogs are bred 2 times a year, which causes them to burn out by the age of 5. With that, many of their puppies are taken away from them so that the dogs can be bred again. And those puppies, they don't understand what it means to have a mother or to have someone care for them. All they know is the cage that they are living in. The living conditions of puppy mills are very harsh. They have they live in wire cages, which has 5 or 6 or even more puppies in that same cage. The cages are never cleaned, which means that they live and sit in their own feces. They also are susceptible to very harsh weather conditions. They have no protection of the heat, the cold, rain, snow, anything. They have no protection. They're just outside in these harsh weather conditions. Also, at a larger puppy mill factory, cages will be stacked one on top of the other, which allows the feces from the top of the cages to drop to the lower, to drop onto the other dogs. That causes a lot of health problems. It causes parasites, and they also don't get any attention. They're stuck in the cage for their entire life until they're ready to be sold or bred for more puppies. This is an example of a dog whose hair is matted to the cage. Most dogs, if they're older ones and they're just there to maybe be used later on, will be stuck in one spot for a long period of time, which causes their hair to be matted to the top or the side of the cage. And this dog, luckily enough, was able to have attention to it and get free from the cage. Living in these harsh conditions causes many health problems for the adult dogs and the puppies. Most dogs are malnourished and they don't get any water, they're starved, they don't get an adequate food supply, they receive little to no veterinary care, and also some diseases they get cause their hair and fur to start falling off, and they get these warts and nasty diseases on their skin, and there's nothing they can do about it. They have to live with it. Also, the puppies that you buy most likely will have a parasite in them from their parents living in feces, from them living in feces, or anything like that. They also will develop a upper respiratory infection from breathing in the ammonia that they're living in and not having adequate air, and it's also genetic. So I mean, if from being bred so many times, diseases just start getting passed down. Also, they'll have bad behavioral problems. Most dogs, they don't understand what it's like to be with other dogs. They don't understand what it's like to be around other people. All they know is the cage that they've been living in. So they'll develop aggression. When they get into their new home, they're scared, they're shy, they don't know how to react. So they'll have many social anxieties towards their owner and any other dogs that are living in the house with them. Most people, whenever they buy a dog from a puppy retail store, don't understand what they are getting into. They don't understand that it takes a lot of time to care for these dogs, especially for the background that they were living in. The medical bills will become overloaded from the health problems that these puppies have, and so they decide to get rid of them. So most of them will take them to a shelter or just get rid of them, and most shelters today will receive thousands and thousands of animals each year. And 56% of those animals will be euthanized because of overcrowding. Whenever you are thinking of buying a new animal, please do your research on the store that you're buying from. If you decide that you just have to buy it from a store, do your research, make sure you can see the puppy's mother and dad. In that case, you will know what you're getting into. Make sure you've done your research on your breeders, and this quote says, if you don't like the pictures of animal cruelty being posted on social media, you need to stop the cruelty, not the pictures. You should be bothered that it's happening, not that you saw it. And I like this quote because it's true. We tend to ignore the fact that this animal cruelty is happening even though we see it, but we just ignore it and we don't do anything to stop it. So, thank you.